Danielle. I am currently a nursing student at Hocking College, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about stress and how it affects the college students directly, and a few coping mechanisms that we can use to deal with those everyday stressors. Now, in 2008, according to the mental health study by the Associated Press and MTVU, 8 in 10 college students reported feeling stress on an everyday basis within a 3-month period. Stress can be extremely harmful on the body and can all too often cause some lifelong consequences. Some of these may include depression, anxiety, gastrointestinal diseases, insomnia, high blood pressure, and a lot of those will lead to heart disease. Now, as a third semester nursing student, I all too well know the stressors that come with being in college. And with an incredibly high workload and demanding schedule in the college environment. As a nursing student and a mother to 2 children, I know all too well how difficult it is to manage the stressors of everyday life and continue to support yourself and a family while trying to juggle all the demanding workloads of a college degree. I've found several techniques that have become very helpful to me over the years to maintain focus and decrease daily stressors that I am faced with. Although stress is unavoidable, there are many ways that we can cope and help to reduce the amount of stress in our everyday lives. First, I will describe what stress is and how it negatively affects the body. Second, I will examine and discuss how stress directly impacts college students. And last, I will discuss with you some healthy techniques that I use that just help with some daily stress management. Now, stress is defined as a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or demanding circumstances. There are 2 different types of stress that our body reacts to. One is positive stress and the other is negative stress. Positive stressors, which are also known as eustress, is something similar to it would be a rush of adrenaline that is a reaction to immediate stressors. So you hear these stories about people lifting cars off of children when they're when they're trapped under them, and this is a reaction to an immediate stressor, and you get that rush of adrenaline and you're able to perform these tasks that would otherwise be not something that we could do on an everyday basis. And then the second type of stress is negative stress. This is also known as distress, which is very similar to what many of us face in our everyday lives. This is the body's response to a constant taxing demands and ideals on the body. An overload of negative stress can wear on the body, and you can begin to develop negative side effects from living in a constant distress level. Some of those could be heart disease, gastrointestinal issues, depression, anxiety, and diabetes. However, too much time exposure to stress and the inability to cope with it properly will cause these negative and compromising effects on your body and your health. Out of many, it is no secret that college students are most prone to stress. It is extremely common for college students to cope with stress in many unhealthy ways. Personally, for me, I drink entirely too much caffeine, which we all know is very negative for our bodies and our cardiac system. I know that some people choose to smoke. A lot of us pull all-nighters or stay up very, very late and get very little sleep trying to get projects done and to study for the test the next day, which is all leaving those negative side effects on our bodies. And then a lot of nursing programs or other college programs that are more competitive can cause increased stress levels just between students and trying to compete to get our grades just up to where they should be or up better than the next person is something that's very demanding and very taxing. Although stress is unavoidable, there are many ways to control how your body responds to the stressors instead of letting these stressors control our bodies. There are many techniques that I have used that help me control my body's response. The first thing I like to do is just to take a little bit of time for myself, whether it be 10 minutes to sit and listen to music in my car, or a trip by myself to the grocery store just where my kids aren't there running around. Just something that I can take time every day to clear my head and refocus on the things that I know I need to accomplish is very, very helpful. Another thing that I like to do that helps is I'm a list maker. I make lists of everything I know that I need to get done. It helps me stay organized, and it also makes me feel accomplished when I can cross something off my list for the day, and I know that I have completed one of these tasks that I need to get done. And the last thing that I found that's very helpful to me is exercise. Now, as college students, we do not have a lot of extra time to be hitting the gym. But even just that 10 minutes a day, if you can take to do some stretching or take a walk around the block after dinner, just to get some endorphins, moving, and to just give ourselves a little bit of extra boost, it can really help you deal with the negative stress effects on your body. Now, today I have explained to you and discussed the types of stress and their negative effects on our body. We've discussed the stress levels and negative coping mechanisms that some of us turn to during these times of stress. And then I've shared with you some techniques that I found helpful to help reduce some of the stresses of my everyday life. Although stress is unavoidable, there are many ways that we can cope and help reduce the amount of stress in our everyday lives. As college students, we spend many long days on computers studying and sitting in long lectures and eating quick meals on the run. We spend late sleepless nights writing papers and cramming for exams, all while trying to juggle the stressors of our everyday lives, like taking care of our families and working to make sure that we can take care of our bills. The everyday stressors of being a college student, although a temporary time in our lives, can lead to lifelong consequences if we do not take the time to properly manage and reduce the amount of stress that we are facing now. Stress may be something that is unavoidable, but it is something that we can learn to control. Thank you.